Whoops. Anyway, well, welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my heart, leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock, and the doors shall be open. Seek, and you will find. Ask, and you will be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Yes, welcome to the world of the Songfather on the Songfather Show, the 17th day of September 2019. You caught me trying to do my Vito Corleone face. Can't do it now. Oh, well, whatever. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Songfather Show. Thank you once again for always showing up on time, even if I don't sometimes. And so the weather today was very nice. It was a little mix of summer and fall. Tonight, up here and down the lawn, it's going to go into the 40s. And then the weekend's coming up, and boom, 75, 80 for a couple of days, and then spring starts on on the fall starts on Sunday, right? Saturday, 21st. That's right. So, all right, let's get cracking on Tuesday, Blue Eyes night, and got 6 of my favorites. They're all my favorites. So let's get going. Yankees were off last night. They got a series with the Angels starting tonight. Got to go out there and kill me a fish. Right, Mary? Mary! She's a big trout fan, and I don't mean the fish. So, yeah, the Mets did not get lost 9-4 yesterday. They're mathematically still in it, but it's going to take some kind of miracle. Oh, I forgot to do that for Stella. I'll do it tomorrow. It's a miracle. But, yeah, it's not looking good, unfortunately. And the freaking Giants got a scapegoat. They're benching Eli, and they're playing the new kid, who's good. I'm not giving him any slaps in the back of the face, but come on. It was when Eli's fault. They dropped like 7 passes. He was getting them there, a couple of fumbles. All right, he threw 2 interceptions, but still. It's just the defense was not good. With there was just virtually no pass rush. The secondary is immature, amateurish, and you're going to blame it all on Eli. Not fair. Not fair at all. This guy played every game since he started with them except for 1, and now it's 2. Not good. I'm not happy about it, and I just want to be vocal about it. And I'm done now. So let's get to a couple of stories before we get to the Frankie Blue Eyes Tuesday night. And, well, that's a good story. We'll come back to that. That's another good story. We'll start with over in Ozone Park. There's a place there on the corner. Geez, I forget. It was 107th. I don't know. But called Near's Tavern. Nice, quaint little place. One of those corner, like Archie Bunker kind of places, But they're celebrating their 190th anniversary. And that's pretty amazing. Especially with the way things have been going in the city with businesses and rents and this and that, and people can't keep up with it. But they've been through, a few owners over the years, obviously, 190 years. And they had the same owner since 2008. So, we're talking a good, long, little run for this guy, too, and his family that are running it. But, it's good to see at least some of these things are still sticking around. You don't want to call them a landmark, but in actuality, it is a landmark. 190 years on the same corner. Come on. Beautiful. And like I said, Archie Bunker, if you remember the show, after All in the Family had, what was it, Archie's Place, I think it was called. It's that kind of a place, But, nothing great, no fancy foods or anything, cheeseburgers, this and that, drink, shots, specials, blah, 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 blah. So congratulations to them. A landmark, at least in Ozone Park. And tonight, here in the island of... Tonight? Oh, Friday, sorry. Friday on the island of Long, over in Eisenhower Park, which is over in East Meadow. Not too far from Borelli's, actually across the street. But they're having a POWMIA, which is Prisoner of War Missing in Action, Remembrance Vigil, which is nice. Starts at 7 o'clock. So if you're available, go check it out and say a prayer. And, maybe some of them will be released. Unfortunately, after all this time, when you get to Prisoner of Wars and even Missing in Action, I mean, they should all assume that, they're not around anymore. And but you always have that hope until, President Trump did a lot of good things since he took over and brought a lot of bodies home that were still sitting overseas. For whatever reason, nobody else did it or could do it. I don't get it, but he did. And so let's hope there's a few more, but that are going to come home alive. That would be nice, But, it's one of the casualties of war, I guess, but it's horrible, And down here in the city, and not just Manhattan, but I think in Brooklyn. I don't think they did it in Queens, but the morons that are driving Ubers and Lyfts, you'd think they would want to not be drawing so much attention to themselves with, the things that have been happening with rapes and molestation and dropping off a client at the airport and then going back to the house and robbing it and everything. No, not them. No, because you know what? They didn't pay their $500,000, $700,000 for their medallion and everything else. The ones that are driving the yellow cabs, the yellow cabs, they're like, it's almost like they're scabs, And I don't want to say that because I know there's a lot of good people out there that are working hard and doing it, but come on. Anyway, so they decided that they want to get the blah blah's attention and they want some things changed with them. So they just they were doing traffic slowdowns. It's a 3-lane highway, so they all line up one aside from each other and slow down. 50, 40, 30. Okay. In some places they were just completely stopping. You couldn't get around. They had traffic blocked up for miles and miles. That's how you want to get attention. That's how you're looking to get things, improved for you. We don't get it. We don't get it. We don't learn. We just do what we want to do. Me. Daffy Duck syndrome, I call it. If you remember, mine, when they found all the diamonds, and it's terrible. Stopping traffic. There's people on their way to work. Boom, you got to stop. Now you got to call from your car. At least, thank God we're able to do that and say, boss, you know what? I'm going to be late because I don't know what happened, but it looks like a bunch of TLC plates have blocked the road to come in. They blocked the road going into the tunnel. They blocked a couple of main arteries and highways over in Brooklyn. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, so let me give you a nice good story before we get kicking. Because like I said, 6 songs, so I don't want to go over on the time. But the University of Georgia over the weekend was playing University of Arkansas. And, of course, the Georgia Bulldogs, favored by, something around, 20 or 30 touchdowns. But the coach of Arkansas, his wife Wendy passed away not too long ago from a very well-fought battle with breast cancer. And, unfortunately, she passed away. Everybody on the University of Georgia, the Bulldog side of the field, in college, one college is on one side and the other college is on the other. They were all dressed in pink. Every one of them in the stands, the cheerleaders on the sideline were all in pink. And they had up big signs that saying, Wendy, God bless Wendy, this and that, and da-da-da-da. And they had all kinds of chants and applauding and everything else. And, wow. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. You want to talk about sportsmanship. That's one thing. This is far and beyond sportsmanship. This is mankind. As I like to say, it's 2 words, mankind. And soon we won't be able to say that either because we're not politically correct because, then it's, well, what about the woman? I understand. I do. So let's call it humankind. How about that? Humankind. kind. What a thing to do. All in pink. The guy was just brought to tears and everything else. And so many people from the University of Georgia, cheering, like till they have no throat left for 4 years going to college, said from this point forward, I'm sorry, the other way around, everybody for the University of Arkansas cheering for their team and yelling and screaming and said, from now on, I am a Georgia Bulldog fan too, because look what they did. Beautiful story. Loved it when I saw it. Unbelievable. And, okay, so then we get to an ugly one, an ugly one, an ugly one. I'll get to this later. It's not going to be long. Don't get worried about it. It's not going to be a bunch of stories that make you want to jump out the window, but it's a point that I have to make, so. We could save those two. Let's see on the other side. I'll do you this quick one, then we'll do the first song. There was a cop in Detroit. He was outside Comerica Park with the Detroit Tigers. Hold on. Hey, Zakachami. Better. Where the Detroit Tigers play and the Bengals. And the game was rained out. Pouring rain, so they couldn't have the game. So, we was just doing his round, and there was a homeless guy standing outside, soaked to the bones, holding his cup. Cop got out of his car and walked over to the guy, and he saw him coming. He goes, all right, okay, I'm leaving. Cop says, no, come here. Hey, come on, man, I told you, I'm leaving. He goes, come over here. So now the guy's got to come over and comply, which was nice. He says, I want to do something. And he took out a razor. And he took out a cup with water in it and one of those brushes and put, and shaved the guy. And he told him, look, if you're going to be out here looking for money, you got to look at least halfway human. And shaved him, helped him shave his whole, and he had a big, matted, ugly, scraggly beard hanging off his face, and he shaved it off for him and brushed his hair back for him and everything else. Little did this cop know that across the street, there was a woman there, and she filmed everything with her phone because... Now, this is not confirmed, but I got to always throw my bullshit into it. I think she was hoping for some kind of an altercation between a cop and a homeless guy, and she was going to catch it on film. And what she got was just, something so beautiful. He didn't have to do that. He could have just drove by. I mean, he wasn't going to harass the guy, but he got out and helped him, cleaned him up and everything else. Beautiful, And then he went on his way, and the cop went on his way. The whole thing was caught on things. So beautiful. Excelente. So the first song tonight will be one of my favorite Frankie Boy songs. I think I even sang it last week with Cousin Anthony, but I want to do it again because I love it. The Stevie Wonder song, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. I just love the way it goes. Ba, 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 la, 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 boom. So, number one, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Here we go. See? You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I know that this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for 1,000,000 years, I know that this was ending. Well, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. You were the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. And though I know this must be heaven, I got so much love be inside of you. You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah, that's why I'll always be around. And you are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll be in my heart, because you're the sunshine of my life. You are the sunshine of my life. That's right. Ba 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 boom. That hurt. What the hell did he do? God, I used to be able to do it so good too. Look what they done to my boy. Look what they done to my boy. Look what they done to my boy. I don't know. I give up. So anyway, yeah, very nice story. Very nice story. So let's get to this one here. This is, I'm not going to go into the long part of the stories, but this is from one newspaper, doesn't matter who. One just today from one newspaper. Are you ready? A Mexican millionaire was arrested in the death of his 1-year-old son. The bodies of 4 kids were found after the mom's body was found in the back of her husband's van. Sheriff arrested for planning to murder an ex-cop who had evidence against him using racial profanities. Man stabbed stabbed a woman and her infant son to death and then set the house on fire. A Canadian man was sentenced to life in prison for killing his wife and 2 kids. 2 dead in a murder-suicide in Brooklyn. A Bronx man arrested for keeping a corpse and participating in a murder. And then also no less than 7 cops either got beat or shot, all on one page. Are you kidding me? Is this the news? Is this really what it's come down to? The more ugly, the more heinous, that's what it is. That's what makes the stories now. There's nothing else better happening in this great city, the greatest city in the world, we tell ourselves. Okay? The greatest country in the world, the only world in the universe. This is the stories. This is in one day, one newspaper. So that's why I lean more and more now towards the better stories, because this is just ridiculous. But I don't want to stick our heads in the sand, because this is what's happening. For real, this is what's happening in the world, but it doesn't need to be front page, second page, Get, yellow journalism or sensationalism journalism. Get as much as you can up there and shock people to death. It's ridiculous. So, anyway, J.K. Rowling, from, all those Harry Potters, she lost her mom to MS, and she's donating I want to say it slowly, $18 million to go into, the scientists and everything else to try to find a cure for MS. $18 million. So could you imagine what she made on all these Harry Potter books and movies? And ooh. And then a man who lost his brother, didn't lose his brother, but his brother came down with some kind of a disease and was became forced to live out the rest of his life in a wheelchair. And his brother was an avid gardener, had his own gardening business. He went and did people's gardens for nothing in the neighborhood and everything else, friends, family, and everything. Now he's in the wheelchair, so he can't go out and garden anymore. And he became very depressed and almost suicidal. And he goes and designs a tabletop garden. And I'm not talking about the chia pet. I'm talking about a beautiful, nice garden where he could reach them all, in the middle of the table and take his wheelchair and go around each one and water them and clip them or whatever he's got to do. So there you go. When you start doing everything from the heart, God opens up an avenue for you to do good. So it's not just now for his brother, but everybody with wheelchairs who wants to do some gardening, and there it is right there. Beautiful. Excellent. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. J.K. Rowling made tons and tons of millions and millions. Well, unfortunately, lost her mother to MS. So what does she do? She donates the $18 million to help everybody else. And let's get a cure for MS. There you go. You're thinking from your heart. So I just thought it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I loved it, and I might say it again later. And Tiger Woods and Justin Timberlake have set up a fund for to help out the Bahamas, and they're pledging $6 million right off the bat. And everybody else can go to this fund and donate and help them out. The same thing, Tyler Perry, right? Tyler Perry, yes, Tyler Perry, using his own private jet to keep flying up and down to the Bahamas and bringing them medicine and supplies and clothes and pillows and blankets and everything else, doctors, nurses, up and down his own course. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, there you go again. So come on now. And there was one more. I will save that. Oh, sorry. Michael Jordan donated $1 million out of his own pocket. Donald Trump donated $1 million out of his own pocket. I haven't heard one thing from anybody else up there, especially on the other side of the coin. Okay? You don't want to do that money. You know, people say, we could use that money here in America. Yeah, but they need it now. It became one of the most beautiful vacation places in the world, to a complete, devastated, flattened out slum, if you want to call it that. Hospitals down, schools down, this down, houses, just so many people. Mother Nature. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. You remember that commercial? If you do, you're very old. So, all right, so let's go. This is another of their Well Frankie songs, so I'll stop saying that. But this is going out to my friend Bill Herod and also my other friend Chuck Quinzio, because they are now the kings of Chicago. Chicago, Chicago, that title town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. I love it. Bet your bottom dollar you'll lose the blues in Chicago. Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday couldn't shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things they'd never do on Broadway. Well, they have the time of their life. I saw a man, he danced with his wife in Chicago, Chicago, my hometown. Chicago, Chicago, the title town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. But I love it, bet your bottom dollar you'll lose the blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday couldn't shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things they never ever do on Broadway. They have the time of their life. I saw a man, he danced with his wife in Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. Well, that's my hometown. Bam. That's right. Shit. I used to sing it, Chicago. And then my mother caught me. Ba-boom in the back of the head. Oh, you think that's funny? Yeah. Ba-boom, another one. Anyway, so, okay. Yeah, but 1, 2, 3. All right, you know what? Let's go right to another song. One of my, I know you're going to get mad, but one of my top favorites. It's just like I always, when I introduce it, I tell the same story because it's just, that's how I feel. What a feeling to have. What a thing to say to somebody. What a thing to hear from somebody that you love. That, if God forbid it never works out with us, I will never, ever feel bad because all I have to do is close my eyes and I just picture you the way you look tonight, and I'm okay. Whoa, man. Unless it's bullshit, I don't know, but you never know. I know, Daddy-O's going, Chris, why does he got to curse like that? What's wrong with him? It's not AM radio, Dad. Daddy-O! Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Oh! And that laugh wrinkles your nose, well, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Beautiful. Love that song. What a beautiful thing, you know. We'll go right into this one, because this one, everybody has said it to somebody in their life that they were involved with. Especially when the fingers of accusation are being pointed at your face. And you say, whoa, whoa, maybe you're doing it, not me. Yeah, maybe you're accusing me of what you're doing. Huh? Think I'm stupid? Huh? I'm smart. I can do things. Well, hey, jealous lover, you're acting so strange. Hey, jealous lover, what is making you change? Hey, jealous lover, how wrong can you be? I'm yours ever faithful, just be faithful to me. I am just as steady as that clock on the shelf. Maybe you're accusing me of what you do in yourself, hey, jealous lover. I'm telling you true. I know that you're jealous, but there's no one but you. You got it? could have cheated lots of times, but just wouldn't do. Well, I was much too busy, baby, being faithful to you. Hey, jealous lover, well, I'm telling you true. I know that you're jealous, but there's no one but you. There's no one for me, jealous lover, but you. You got it, you psycho. I mean, you understand, honey? I know you're laughing out there. And I'm also wishing there was a producer you could write to. But you can't, because I'm it, baby. Baby, I'm yours, and I'll be yours till the stars fall from the sky. Oh, yeah, I got Daddy-O going. What is he doing? Please, get him. Get him one of those jackets with the arms that tie in the back. Please, Chris, get it for him. So over in Turkey, a baby, they were out on the beach, a family, and a baby, and I mean a toddler, baby toddler in between there. Couldn't walk but could crawl. Somehow the parents weren't paying attention. Maybe they were sleeping, getting some sun, I don't know. And the baby starts crawling away from them, down to the water. When you go to a beach with a baby, a toddler, a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, you don't get as close as you can to the water. It doesn't make sense. I know you think, when we get close to the water, then I could take him in the water and take her in the water, whatever. No, you got to go back, so in case something like this happens. So the baby is now crawling like Sweet Pea on the Popeye, cartoons. And now starts going down to the water, and the water's coming up, and it's just about hitting her hands, and their dog sees this, goes running over, grabs the baby by the diaper and the shirt that was on, and starts pulling it back. Now, people that are around don't know what's going on. They see a dog attacking a baby. They all start screaming. The parents come over. The dog saved the baby's life. The dog was paying more attention and was smarter than the parents. Come on. So very good, doggy. Woof, woof. Very good. And I will save that one. Tyler Perry, I told you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And yes, I did. Memphis, Tennessee. No. I will save that. What do I got left here? Hey, Jealous Lover, 2 songs. All right, let's do this one from Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. A freshman in the high school. Goes to school, and soon after a couple of weeks, he's getting picked on and bullied and banged in the hallways and everything else because his family was poor, and he was wearing the same clothes every day to school. They were clean. Mother would clean or whatever it is, but same thing. Again, you're wearing those clothes again, calling them all kinds of freaking names. And 2 members, juniors, of the football team saw this going on, put an end to it, and then went out and bought him clothes and socks and shoes and kicks, which is sneakers for you uncool people. There it is. That's the phrase. Look what they did to my boy. I don't want his mother to see him like this. Anyway, it wasn't the right voice, though. Wait. Look what they did to my boy. So anyway, and then again, like, would this have been such an upfront story if the 2 kids from the football team weren't black and he wasn't white? I don't know. I don't think so. I know that's not why they did it. I'm talking about, I'm sure things like this are done a lot more often, and it's not in the news. We want to put the murders and the killing. This is a beautiful thing that they did. And before they went and bought him new clothes, they put an end to the bullying. What they said, how they said it, who cares? But it stopped. And then he bought him the clothes. Now every day they go, when they get a chance, they have lunch together, whatever it is, junior, freshman, it's very rare. But now he walks around with his head up and he's proud of himself. He was already embarrassed to a certain degree that he had to wear the same clothes. But, when you're in that kind of a condition, you go along with it. You go along with the family and you just deal with it. But, for the assholes that are raised by probably assholes, how do you do that? And they stepped right up and did it. So beautiful, 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 beautiful. It's happening. I keep saying it. I know you think I'm nuts, but it's happening. I mean, I'm finding them. I'm sure other people are finding the same stories too, that people are stepping up and helping each other out because we're all we got. You got one shot at this, one life. I said that on my thought of the day today. You know, one life. That's it. One day at one life, one day at a time. So, very nice. Very nicely done. Okay. Yes, very nice. All right, so we got 2 to go. Let's do this one because I always like this song. Very strange that all the way back, this song was out in the 50s. And it's a, what the hell's his name? Cole Porter song. And it's called I Get a Kick Out of You. Okay, good. Because, you know, in other words, the song is saying, everything you do, it doesn't matter. You know, nobody else could touch me the way you do. Come on, now touch me, babe. And, but he's saying, you know, I don't need alcohol, champagne, I never for that. But you, just being with you brings me high in the sky. But then they use, I'm sure some people, they go for cocaine. I was like, what? You know, I guess it was around then. I thought the only cocaine back then was in Coca-Cola. But this is Cole Porter's beautiful Francis Albert song called I Get a Kick Out of You. And if you got somebody that you get a kick out of, that's what makes it work. If you can laugh with each other, call each other names once in a while, and don't be so damn thin-skinned and whatever. My story's much too sad to be told, but practically everything leaves me totally cold. The only exception I know is the case when I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly the old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some they may go for cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously do not adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky. Here's my idea of nothing to do. Yes, I get a kick. You give me a boot, and I get a kick out of you. Don't ever change, baby. Love that song. I get a kick out of you. I do. I do. You make me laugh. You make me smile. You make me strip down to my underwear. Interesting. So, all right, let's finish up with some two stories, or maybe even one left. I think we're doing very well on the time. I'm very impressed with myself. Today, was it today? Yeah, I think so. Over in Staten Island, or the island of Staten, the police got a call and I have a lot of friends over there. For some reason, so many of them ended up over there in the 122, the 121, the 120, whatever. And anyway, so they got a call for a domestic violence call with the possibility of a gun. And so, they respond like they always do, when it's going to be a dangerous situation, but they go. And so they go down there, and sure enough, they confront the guy, and he's about to give himself up, and then he brandishes his gun, and then the struggle goes off, and he breaks away, and boom, he starts firing. I think he fired off 3 rounds, and hit a female officer in the hand, and so once he did that, boom, he's gone. So, and they took her to the hospital, and she was in surgery, so hopefully she'll be okay. But 5 years, he just got out a year and a half ago. Spent 5 years in prison, convicted felon for violence and using a gun. Was in before that for usual stuff, armed robbery and assault with intent and all that other stuff over again, But yet you still hear and you still read people screaming, blah, 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 we need to do away with prisons. Prisons aren't doing the job. Sending somebody to prison doesn't help. What is wrong with you people? One of them is running for president, so let's do away with that. Let's do away with bail. We don't need bail anymore. We don't. That's ridiculous. People can't afford bail, and that's why they go to jail. Wait a minute. The bail is because they did something to society. What are you talking about? You want to let them go free? Oh, it's better if we put them in programs and teach them a trade. Holy Christ, these people! I don't know what planet that they're from. Keep saying that the more stricter gun control that we're going to have is going to help minimize, if not almost alleviate, crime in the streets. Is a perfect example right here. What do you think he went in? You think this guy went into a gun store and showed his license and his ID and got approved? Stop. Do we need some stricter control out there? With the background checks? So yeah, well, no problem. Because you know what? If you're doing it for the right reason, I don't care. How long is it going to take before I get my pistol? Well, we're doing a background check. It could take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month. All right, okay. As long as there's no problems, it'll probably be 2 weeks. Oh, okay, whatever. Whatever it is. If you're legitimate and you're doing the right thing, you don't care. Yeah, check whatever you want to check. It's the ones that aren't legitimate that don't want to have the check done. But still, it's not going to eliminate crime. It's not even going to reduce it at all. So I don't even know what you're talking about when you say things like that. It's so stupid. Wake the hell up and look what's going on out there. This is terrible. It's, like I said, people put down the cops all the time. And here they are responding. Like I said, they know they're going to a place where it's a domestic violence situation. There's a woman in jeopardy. There's a man reported with a gun, and they're going. So, and still afraid of coming in too hard or too this and that. He manages to break away and get off 3 rounds anyway when he shouldn't have got off any rounds. They had him right there. So wrong. Terribly, terrible, terrible, terrible. So say prayers for her. And, this guy's family, say prayers for them too and his soul because, he ain't taking that stairway yet. So if he doesn't go straight down, he's going to hang out in limbo there for a while. But say prayers for his family, that don't have him anymore either because of whatever reason. But, it's just, it's terrible stories, and the thinking is crazy. You want to get rid of the ARs? I'm with you on that. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for a household to have an AR. There's no reason for anybody outside of a military or SWAT teams or anything else to be able to go into their garage and come out. Okay, gonna walk the dog. I got my AR-15 on me. It's crazy. But so anyway, I got that off my chest. But let's say prayers for her. I hope she comes out okay. And yeah, so we covered all the news. This is an amazing thing that's happening right here, right before your eyes on the Songfather show. It is just unbelievable. And yes, we did that. Yes. Uber. Yeah, I said about Uber. Uber. Sebastian Maniscalco. Have you ever seen one of his things? He talks about Uber. He doesn't say Uber. Uber. What the hell is that all about? He's saying. What is it Uber all about? What are you, crazy? You spend your whole life telling everybody don't get in cars with strangers. Funny dude. So this song, beautiful. It's one of the ultimate love songs. It's saying, you know what? You're in my head and my heart, night and day, 24 hours a day. You're the only one when I'm alone in the silence of my room. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to listen to the radio. It's a little too far for me, but I don't even want to listen to the Songfather. I'll smack you right in your face. They say, all I do is think about you. That's all I need. Why is it so? We say, why? Why? Don't ask why. Get the hell over there. What are you, crazy? Send an Upa to pick her up and bring her over there. There we go. Everybody get up. Night and day, you are the one. Only you need the moon or under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter where you are, I think of you. Day and night, night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Day and night, night and day, under the hide of me, there's an old, such a hungry yearning burning inside of me. And its torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you, a day and night, night and day. Sambuca time. And Vino. Here we go. Night and day, you are the one. Only you need the moon under the sun. Whether near to me or far, no matter, baby, where you are, I still think of you. Day and night, a night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Day and night, a night and day, under the hide of me, there's an old, such a hungry yearning burning inside of me. And its torment won't be through till you let me spend life making love to you day and night. Night and day. And don't tell your mama. That's right. That's right. And what's the other thing I usually say? At the end of a Frankie Boy evening, do the name Ruby Begonia ring a bell? So, yes, beautiful, beautiful song. Nice night. I hope you enjoyed it. These Tuesdays becoming one of my favorites. Got to start getting it, you know. Dino hasn't been here for a while, and get some Bobby in there. And I want to do a Nat King Cole night. I want to do a Ray Charles night. And I want to do a couple of doo-wops. Or in today's day, you have to say do Italian Americans. So yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. Might go down to 4 days too. I think people are getting tired of me. You know, 5 nights. Oh, Jesus, him again. Oh my God Almighty. So we'll see. But please, again, share, tell everybody, spread the word, get the numbers up. The Songfather radio station, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All the songs that you're hearing here. You know, day after day after day after day. I remember finding out about you. Every day my mind is all around you. Oh, sorry. So, all the songs that you hear that I've been doing, not just since we started this show here, but, going back, I'm doing this for years and years, but just usually doing requests or one song here or there into the iPad. They're all on the radio station, all different genres. Hey, genre. If I ever have another kid, I'm going to name him that. Come here, genre. Come here, sit on daddy's lap. Attaboy. Like a trap. So have a good night. I love you all. Thank you for everything that you do. And we'll see you. I don't know. I'm going to try to make it. I got a lot of things to do tomorrow. I got to run around in the morning, and then I'm going to come back, and then I got to go to court. And so if I go to court, I got to get back here by 4 unless I do it early. Maybe I'll do it early in a minute. We'll see. I got it all figured out. My father didn't hear one word of that. Daddy, don't worry about it. Chrissy, you can explain it to him later. So that's it. I love you. Bam, ciao. Tino said goodnight. I didn't move him because, not that I don't want him here, because I love my birdie, but he has built such a nest. I guess the male builds the nest. I forgot about that with birds. And, I guess now he's sitting around going, what do I do now? I got a nest. I got no chick. But, yeah, you know what? I'll try to sneak up and get a picture of it and put it on Facebook later. So, all right, love you all. Ciao. See you at now, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6. So, oh, you hear him? He's crying. Poor baby. Oh, no. He's talking to a bird outside. Get that stinking whore out of here. A putana bird. All right, sorry. Bye. Ciao. You hear that?